There is a hunger and thirst here which cannot be filled or quenched until the end of the Manning Cup's final battle for this 2019 season. And who would have thought the narrative would be similar to what we saw last year as one protagonist seeks to break a 32-year drought. STATHS Technical firmly into the spotlight as favourites, hoping to replicate their honest success in 1987 against a JC team looking to build on their record-breaking achievements and wear the crown for a 30th time. Warm conditions here at the National Stadium, 28 degrees Celsius, and we expect a really good time in these conditions from the players, especially who make their way out. STATHS believe on form, they should. JC believe on prestige, they must. And so resolves collide to decide what will. Oh, how we have waited for this moment. A piercing divide, a familiar narrative, but for these 22 boys who grace the field, this is their day of days. The pride of Bumper Hall against that dark blue force from Old Hope Road. No calling is bigger, no accomplishment is finer. Both teams on different ends of the spectrum in terms of schoolboy football legacy, with Jamaica College winning the most and St. Andrew Technical winning the least. But STATHS, as they are affectionately called, believe they stand the best chance of showing just what they are made of, to not only replicate the legacy of 1987, but create a new one in 2019. And Steve McQueen is their captain, and he leads the greeting party led by the ISA president. You know, when STATHS defeated JC in a quarterfinal round game earlier this season, it was the first time they were beating their compatriots from Old Hope Road in 9 outings. STATHS had every intention to knock out Jamaica College. They knocked them down, but not out. And because of that, we are here. And we pause for the playing of the national anthem.
For the national anthem of Jamaica.
Nerves tested inside the mecca of Jamaica's football. And we'll do it again. This 2019 final of the Manning Cup has tongues wagging. But this is why we play the game. And these men will be in charge of today's game, this Manning Cup final. O'Shea Nation, the referee, assisted by Richard Washington and Melvin Reed. Beyond the nerves, they will try and enjoy it. St. Andrew Technical, this is how they will line up. Ricardo Leng in goal, a back four of Noel Walker, Tyrese Smith, Sekani Campbell and Steve McQueen. In the middle of the park, Michael Riley, Mark Chambers and Rashawn McFarker. Up top, Shemar Daly, Romario Campbell and Warner Brown, who has 8 goals to his name. Campbell with 12, Daly with 8. Of course, they're coached by Philip Williams.
Here we see the formation as well for St. Andrew Technical, 4-3-3. And as I said, we spoke so much about that front three: Shamar Daly, Warner Brown and Romario Campbell. So much goals among them. And of course, that stubborn defense line there is Philip Williams. And a really all-rounded team, St. Andrew Technical, this year.
What will the Dark Blue Force have to offer? This is their starting lineup. Daniel Russell is in goal. In front of him, Richard Thompson, Christopher McDonald, Nick Cachet Murray, and Rajay Lawrence. O'Keefe Cunningham, Tyree Small, and Isaac Scott in the middle of the park. Up front, Shadane Lopez, Omar Thompson, and Philon Lawrence expected to play through the middle.
Yep, 4-3-3 for Jamaica College as well. A tighter middle with Isaac Scott, Tyree Small, and O'Keefe Cunningham. Small and Cunningham are part of that 2017 team that lifted the Manning Cup. And of course, the exciting Philon Lawrence, 11 goals on the season, 25 in 2 seasons. Up front, he's the main hopes. What a big miss for Chanel Thomas. As we mentioned earlier, just not in the same kind of form that we have seen over the last 3 to 4 seasons, Chanel Thomas. And he who scored in the 2017 final won't start today for the boys from Old Hope Road.
And we are on the way here at the National Stadium. Jamaica College not in full blue today, in their white tops and the dark blue shorts. They'll be kicking towards the mountain range. St. Andrew Technical will be kicking towards downtown Kingston and the Caribbean Sea. And the JC, well, they were knocked down by St. Andrew Technical in the quarterfinal round. They have to do some defending now. Shamar Daly picks it up. It's inside the area for Warner Brown, who skies it. First shot fired, first shot missed. A wry smile on the face on their marksman.
Good ball being played in by Daly. One of the keys to their attack. Young Daly wears the number 10 here. And I think he has been playing under par in a lot of the early parts of the season. Certainly rising to the occasion now. And not sure why Warner Brown didn't try with the left foot to hit it to the far corner. Went for a harder technique and got a difficult bounce. Intelligent footballer is Warner Brown. He was injured for the first half of the season and has come back with a bang. 8 goals in what, some 6 or 7 games.
Yep, in about 8 games now. Had ankle and knee injuries during the summer. He actually missed the entire first round as JC pressing forward with numbers and didn't get a proper connection on that one, did Isaac Scott. Looking for his 3rd goal this season, the boy from Bobby Lane, Homestead. And he also had an ankle injury and also had a bout of chicken pox as well this season. So he missed a number of games for Jamaica College, but he's hoping to make his mark in the final. And he had a shot, but not a proper connection on it. Corner kick to Jamaica College.
JC have 7 players in their squad from that 2017 final.
Richard Thompson to deliver. Here's it whipped inside. The keeper drops it. And he will get the free kick. Ricardo Lang.
Nice start to the contest. And infringement on the goalkeeper, certainly. Of course, the reserve goalkeeper Barrett, Janoy Williams, Chanel Thomas, Okwasa Chang, O'Keefe Cunningham, Tyree Small, and Terence Francis, the 7 survivors from the 2017 title. 2 of them starting here today in Tyree Small and O'Keefe Cunningham, who will play right within that central midfield area. There is Philip Williams, who has been everything for St. Andrew Technical over the last 3 or 4 years, has really put together a formidable team. Started with his defense line, which he formulated for the last 3 years, and has taken his time and worked his way up the field, and now has, I would like to think, a well-balanced team.
The frightening thing about the STATS team, as we take a look at Davian Ferguson, who is in charge of the Jamaica College unit, the frightening thing about the STATS team is that their top 3 will remain for next year. That's the frightening thing.
They will lose a lot of their defense line, though, who have been around over the last 3 seasons.
Oh, that's a delightful ball played through. Chasey, oh, what a save. Although I'm not sure if Leng knew a lot about it. But Philip Lawrence cannot believe his luck or lack of it, as he was denied by the foot of Ricardo Leng.
Hesitated to get Leng to commit. Opened his legs, Leng, and was trying to go between them was Lawrence. And, well, just unfortunate. Don't think it was a bad idea because Leng did make himself big. And there is Damian Ferguson, who coached with St. Jago for a while and has really tried to get Jamaica College back to where Miguel Coley had them.
Rajay Lawrence sends this one inside the box, and it's easily handled by the STATHS defense.
Very hard to repeat the kind of exploits that Miguel Coley would have had with Jamaica College over the years. Of course, his last season was with them in 2017 when they won the title. His assistant coach then took over, Andrew Peart, and 2018 was not the kind of campaign that Jamaica College were used to. He then transitioned, and, well, Davian has taken over and has had, well, I guess, somewhat success considering they're back in the final.
Well, they were in a final last year, the Champions Cup final, Jamaica College, albeit they lost to Cornell College in Montego Bay.
Although they would tell you that's not their main course.
Well, let's see if they can serve up a dish in this Manning Cup final.
Certainly have started the better of the two. And you just wonder about the mental side of St. Andrew Technical. The fact that they have been dominated generally by Jamaica College. If Jamaica College do have that edge over them, and when you come into a final, that is when that kind of scenario is exploited even more and becomes evident.
Shamar Daly gets a throw for his team. As you see the JFA president to the left of your screen, Mike Ricketts, speaking to the ISA president. Daly just managing to keep that one in play before Tyree Small came across. You already see that Warner Brown being, well, he's getting a lot of attention so far after that initial effort. Campbell on it, trying to get by Lawrence. McQueen trying to get the cross inside. And what's happening here? It's going to be a corner kick. But the JC player is down and he requires some attention from the bench.
It must be said, though, that Jamaica College haven't defeated St. Andrew Technical in normal time since 2016, the first match of that season.
So despite the fact that STATHS haven't beat them in about 9 tries or so, or just once in 9 tries, they haven't been walloped by JC.
No.
There have been a number of drawn games in those fixtures as well.
All of them have been drawn, apart from, well, obviously the final, which was 1-1 after 90 minutes, was decided on penalty. So in regular time, Jamaica College haven't defeated them since the first game, a 2-0 defeat of St. Andrew Technical, the first game of 2016.
Corner kick to St. Andrew Technical. Played inside the box. Campbell trying to get there. STATHS retaining possession. Here they come. Kapaka was trying to do the give and go with Chambers.
Yeah, that's a certain foul. Bit silly considering they're in an advantageous position.
Yeah.
Not sure if that was needed. Should have just tried to block Cunningham from getting out with the ball.
Well, it's the defender in him which came out, Sakani Campbell.
Cunningham, who missed the early part of the season because he was overseas with his father. Apparently, post-school, he will be migrating to the United States. So Keith Cunningham does very well in school as well. The JC number 7 here, you see him as 8 subjects. And one of those students who have done well in both sport and academics.
Noel Walker to send this long for STATHS. Keeper took his time, didn't he? Had to be cleared out in the end by Nickashay Murray. Daniel Russell didn't look too sharp coming out for it. And STATS taking their time about this throw. Sekani Campbell looking to deliver straight into the hands of Daniel Russell.
In fact, from an academic perspective, Donald, I must say Jamaica College, that O'Keefe Cunningham is one of 10 players in this squad that started at Jamaica College from first form. And of those players, all of them have matriculated to sixth form with 6 subjects and more.
Lovely ball inside the area. And it's put over the top. He was looking for something there, Shadane Lopez. But it wasn't forthcoming. As Ricardo Leng again made himself big. But that was a very good ball from Philon Lawrence, though, out of the middle of the park.
And we spoke about his ability to create. Philon Lawrence does drop off well and has a good eye about him, Philon Lawrence, in terms of vision. And that was a good opportunity created for Shadane Lopez, who was an 8-goal man last season for the Navy Blues. Lopez hasn't repeated that same form, has scored 5 goals so far this season. And again, I don't think he will be too happy, Philip Williams, at the ease at which Jamaica College are getting within the 18-yard box of STATS, which is very unusual.
Scott. McQueen doing enough. Or rather, that was Riley. There he is. Michael Riley.
He's that man who has been employed to play that somewhat of a Kante role within the middle. And that's what the one kind of player that I think St. Andrew Technical don't have within their squad. It's more of a team effort in terms of breaking up play and regaining possession. And if it is one criticism I've had of them this season, is that they allow teams to get to the 18-yard box, their 18-yard box too easily, and then depend on their back four. And I think that's sometimes asking for trouble.
Trying to get a footing, Shamar Daly. Couldn't quite control. Here's JC. Omar Thompson. Nicely done. The pass was going one way. Philon Lawrence was making a run in another. And out came Leng. Again, an outlet trying to find Warner Brown, who hasn't had a touch on the ball in a bit. Mark Chambers lost it. Yeah, it does look a little bit fragile in the middle of the park for St. Andrew Technical. Not as sturdy as you'd expect defensively, St. Andrew Technical, as they try to build again. They win a free kick this time. Mark Chambers harassed.
Chambers. Yeah, not a bustly, not a tough midfield by any means, St. Andrew Technical, but certainly what they rely on, as you said, is teamwork, group effort, and the ability to move the ball and keep it in terms of attack, which is also a way to defend.
Noel Walker sends it to the edge of the box. And another clearing header from JC. A late challenge there coming in. And it came on Omar Thompson. JC will get the free kick. Terry Smith lunging in there. He almost took out his teammate as well.
He took out Walker as well.
Everybody must go, according to that challenge.
Yeah, Thompson felt the brunt of it. Did spend some time at Kingston College, Thompson, in the seasons previous.
Yep. Scott. Thompson. Thompson was looking for Lopez, didn't reach him. A number of STATS players were back there. Thompson couldn't quite hold it. Brown robbed him, and Brown luckily will get it back. He's tripped. STATS with the free kick.
Came back to help Mafaka Hart. Winning the free kick. Warner Brown, as I said, very versatile player, certainly matured as a player, very intelligent centre forward as well. Warner Brown, there he is. Got his opportunity after returning from injury when Nicholas Bennett who was the main marksman early in the season for STATHS, got injured. And since then hasn't looked back, Warner Brown.
McQueen. Oh, nice move to Campbell. McFarquhar. Chambers lost it.
Too soft, Chambers. Needs to utilize his hands a bit more in terms of protecting the ball.
Thompson lost it in a dangerous area. And they couldn't quite feed Warner Brown on that occasion. He was closely marked by Nick O'Shea Murray. JC player remains down.
And at this point, I think Jamaica College doing better in terms of the middle of the park. A lot more short passes, closer knit, breaking up the play a lot better, stronger within the middle of the park than St. Andrew Technical to this point.
Well, they're looking for their first title in 32 years, St. Andrew Technical. Coaching staff looking on. The yellow card is shown to Philip Williams.
Was also out of his area. Philip Williams losing his cool.
Having a word now with Rashawn McFarquhar, who's 8 goals so far this season, the number 9 for St. Andrew Technical. Philip Williams has asked his players to express themselves a little bit more, and he has much more confidence in this unit attacking wise.
And McFarquhar was one of those players who would have...
Get back to that point in just a moment. Omar Cheeky Thompson on it, and he'll win the throw for his team.
One of those players that have benefited from improved performances and falling off of performances, because Akil Leachman is a person who originally had the position that McFarquhar has now. And poor performances over a period. And Leachman lost his position. McFarquhar, when he did get his opportunity, made the most of it. And as you said, 8 goals on the season now has just become a permanent fixture. In fact, the captain, Stephen McQueen, is another player who had lost his position, slightly due to injury as well as the fact that Philip Williams thought that players were playing better in his position, worked hard at his game, has got back his position, but it was also due to a fall off in terms of performances from the man who had his position, Damani Creary.
Oh, it has come through to Shadane Lopez. Lopez inside the area and lost his footing at a vital time for Jamaica College. There's the player who's come from Buff Bay to join this JC team, but he had the chance here, Chris Taylor.
Yeah, good opportunity for Lopez. That touch has taken it a little too far. Did get a minor touch, not enough, but he's been seeing the ball quite a bit so far. Lopez hasn't played all the games. Lopez has been in and out, but that's nothing unusual for Jamaica College, who really understand the rotation system, especially the years under Miguel Coley, where persons would be flip-flopped out of positions and in and out of the team. In fact, the majority of the games that we played this season, Lopez didn't play, or didn't start for sure. It can be an exciting player, the JC number 18. There he is with the bright yellow boots.
Oh, nice interception by Rashawn McFarquhar. Shot blocked by Warner Brown. Brown sends it wide to Daly. Daly, I think, was looking to get more space to get a shot off and couldn't. Lopez trying to get away from his marker. Couldn't again regain his footing. McFarquhar picks it up. Finds his skipper McQueen. McQueen looking for options. Putting it inside the box, and the JC defense stood firm. Oh, nice collection from Omar Cheeky Thompson. Lovely ball almost, but STATHS defender reading it well. Good work that was from Noel Walker there, running out of the heart of the defense.
STATHS guilty of making too many final passes within the middle of the park. I think the passes in the middle need to be a little simpler and look to build the attack, but the gaps between the midfielders are too much at this point for STATHS. Hence Daly and Campbell hardly able to get on the ball. This is Campbell now, but it's a struggle for him, can't find the space, and he's been working off of scraps so far. We do know what Campbell can do when given the space and if he has the right link-up play.
12 goals to his name so far, Romario Campbell. So yeah, we have some idea what he can do. Mark Chambers. Walker again sends it long. They have applied route one on a number of occasions.
Again, I just don't think that that's the right play from St. Andrew Technical.
Well, they have the throw. They take it quickly. Campbell with it. Daly on it. Trying to thread the ball through. Was seen all the way. Tyree Smith.
At least that's better. Look to play the ball to feet. Shorter passes, build the attack, keep the ball.
Noel Walker again goes long. Going against your script, Chris Taylor.
And it's wasted.
Here's JC. Isaac Scott was screaming for it. Campbell. Sakani Campbell again trying to go long.
Again, they start with the shorter passes. It looks good, but then they get impatient and give the ball away.
Richard Thompson has the ball now for JC. And then he gives the ball away.
Captain of JC for much of the season, Richard Thompson.
Starts with the majority of the possession so far in this one.
Here's Richard Thompson again, formerly of Herbert Morrison. Versatile players, played at on the 17 level as well.
Daly
for Jamaica.
Playing deep and making the clearance.
In the early part of his high schooling career, Richard Thompson actually played as a forward in an attacking position, but since he's come to Jamaica College, has been asked to play the right back role.
Outside flag will go up, and it does, against Omar Thompson. Pretty obvious call, that.
Nice camera angle there. All we needed now, Don, was those blue and red lines running across the field.
VAR is very expensive, Chris Taylor.
Yeah, right in your budget. See, that looks better there, you know, forcing the foul, coming short to retrieve the ball, little passes, work their way up the field.
They have a free kick to work with. Noel Walker is up there.
Well, that will be a long-range delivery.
Shamar Daly is a lone ranger behind it now. There are just 4 players on the edge of the box for St. Andrew Technical. A 5th player has gone up in Mikel Riley. There's the delivery. Keeper comes out to collect. No problems there for Daniel Russell. Well, that was well done by Richard Thompson, showing that he really was a forward in his earlier years.
Good pace about him as well, Thompson. Hasn't been able so far to get down the flank Well, that's Isaac Scott there. Of course, we've seen a switch in the two wing backs of St. Andrew Technical. Both are right-footed, so I guess it's somewhat same for same. And they've, for some time now, well, McQueen has normally played as a left back, but he's a right footer. And they have somewhat switched. They have switched. So Campbell is at left back, McQueen at right back. So that's a change in terms of today's thinking from Philip Williams.
Well, they don't see a lot of headers going towards goal from so far.
I also think you could very well find that that's attributed to the pace of Richard Thompson on the right-hand side, and Stephen McQueen's issues in terms of his injuries has affected in terms of his
speed.
Pace. Yeah, his speed, and maybe considering Thompson's overlapping ability on the right-hand side, they have said, well, let us put Campbell on that side, who is the fast of the two wing backs, to try and nullify. Well, it's worked so far.
Yeah, he was always going to get the foul despite the fact he was going down for a while, Romario Campbell. Free kick to St. Andrew Technical. Over 25 minutes gone in this Manning Cup final. It's been an attritional battle in the middle of the park, but not a lot of goal mouth activity so far in this one. Russell calling for it and misread it and had to be bailed out by his defender.
Lucky Daniel Russell has been known to have the occasional blooper, and luckily for him it didn't cost him.
Yeah, I think it was Nick Ashea Murray who was behind him watching it all the way and made the clearance in the end. Yep.
Here it is. Didn't judge the flight well at all, Russell. So he got under the ball trail, too far under it, and very lucky to escape with that. A bit lackadaisical in his attempt in the end as well, Daniel Russell. Maybe the nerves of the final.
Maybe. Daly plays it inside. McFarquhar to Brown. Brown's first touch wasn't the best, and there was appeal for a handball there, and it's a free kick to Jamaica College just outside their own penalty area.
'29 Manning Cup titles for the Navy Blue.
Riley with the header.
With the header again. 2017, of course.
Daly with another one. And then the play punctuated by a whistle from referee O'Shea Nation. But yeah, looking for their 30th American crown, Jamaica College. After having a break in transmission last year. Before that, it would have been 5 straight titles, Manning Cup crowns for JC.
Did go through a period between 1913, I know I'm going way back to your era, Donald, 1913 to 1919, where they won 7 Manning Cup titles in a row.
You do know that you're older than me, right?
That's still a record.
You are older than I am.
Am I?
Yes.
So maybe I was around from the 1900s.
Maybe.
Did win the first Manning Cup competition in 1909. Jamaica College. Or the first urban area schoolboy title, I should say, in 1909.
Both teams getting refreshed as Ricardo Leng gets attention.
I think 7 times in a row is still the record in terms of titles.
JC wants to have the restart early. Referee Nation was having none of it.
Kingston College did it 4 times in a row, so did Wolmer's.
Campbell collecting that one deep. Thompson committed the infringement there. Approaching the half-an-hour mark, and they're still trying to apply Route 1.
So JC, they've done it 7 times and 5 times in a row. Of course, more recently between 2014 and 2013 and 2017. Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough challenge on Scott.
KC did it 4 times between 1949 and 1953, and Wolmer's 4 times in the 1920s. 1923 to 1926.
Scott just getting up. Also missed part of the Manning Cup season did Isaac Scott.
Yeah.
Because he was with Cavalier FC playing in the Gothia Cup in Sweden. So he was off getting international exposure as well, and during that time the likes of Duncan McKenzie and Akwasa Chong would have filled in the central attacking midfield role.
And didn't they do a good job?
Oh, they did. They really did.
Duncan McKenzie, 3 goals and 8 assists, was a really good creator within the middle of the park for them. And Akwasa Chong, 5 goals and 1 assist. And remember that beauty he scored from some 30 yards out. Free kick to tie the game with that first round game with Wolmer's 2-2. Almost the last kick of the game with that beautiful left foot.
Ball given up. Daly has it. And again, lacking a little bit of imagination in the attacking third. St Andrew Technical.
I'm very disappointed in the first half an hour in terms of how St Andrew Technical have looked to attack. They almost look like they're suffering from stage fright. The ball handlers not getting on the ball, not keeping the ball, not running at the Jamaica College players by any means. You almost wonder if the moment is getting the better of them. The longer they stay like that, the more Jamaica College will grab this Manning Cup by the scruff of his neck.
JC, they have more experience at this level, so to speak. You mentioned that quite a number of players would have taken part in the Manning Cup final back in 2017, and most of them are on the bench.
Correct. Don't get me wrong, St Andrew Technical have 6 players who were in that 2017 final. Of the 6, 5 have started. So
the point is that JC won that day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, true. They still would have gained a lot of experience, though, in terms of the occasion, the moment.
Fair enough.
Playing at the National Stadium in front of a crowd, expectation and all of that. But as you said, rightfully so, they didn't get over the hurdle that day.
So they're trying to get over the hurdle for the first time.
The one man on the bench who hasn't started for them is Tajay Gray. Their right back, number 20. Was a part of that squad.
Shakani Campbell. Walker. And the best first touch from Chambers, and he's lost it to Cunningham. And again, the mix-up in communication between Cunningham and Phil and Lawrence. Warner, Brown, couldn't quite trace where the ball was just now. Ball kept in play by STATHS. Daly does well, and then he lost it. Free kick to St. Andrew Technical. And Shane Nation having a word with Tyree Small. Small doing enough to appease the referee, offering the handshake. Free kick to St. Andrew Technical. Again, Noel Walker is behind it. 6 players on the edge of the box for STATHS. Daly. Lopez playing defense. Here he is, Shadane Lopez. Couldn't quite make that vital pass. Noel Walker again sends it long. Warner Brown, the dangerous Warner Brown on it, sends it wide. Steve McQueen looking for options. Campbell there on it, trying to get the snapshot off, didn't work. Campbell won't get there ahead of Daniel Russell, who collects well. And he wasn't late off his line on this occasion. Sends it long. Phil and Lawrence collects. Isaac Scott. That one is banged into touch. And he's been in the wars, Isaac Scott. And Ricardo Leng needs some more attention. Wonder if he's suffering from muscle cramp. Seems that way. Jamaica College with the most Manning Cup titles. 29 to their name, 7 more than St. George's College. Kingston College, of course, last year would have won their 15th. Women's boys with 10, and Excelsior High with 7, along with their 7 Walker Cups. Excelsior couldn't add to that tally today. St. Catherine High, of course, winning their first schoolboy football title in holding on to the Walker Cup. Ricardo Leng is in some trouble here as he tries to recuperate.
Wolmer's have 10, as you mentioned. 8 of those came before 1940. So they've really been far and few between for the maroon and gold. Based on the flow of this game so far, Jamaica College will certainly be the happy of the two teams. It certainly looked like a foul there.
Well, Riley will continue. Gives it up to O'Keefe Cunningham. Here he is, Cunningham, looking for an outlet. Richard Thompson, one of them, looking for options. Shadane Lopez was just waiting on that to come to him. Another player is down. It's a STATHS player. Is that Warner Brown?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hit in the back of the head. Obviously, referee Nation didn't see that because play should have been stopped immediately. The water fanatic Donald, there you see it. Smile on the face of Philip Williams. I think he's still aggrieved by the yellow card he received early on. He has had numerous talks with the assistant referee and the fourth official along the line. Here is the incident. Hand in the back. I think anything malicious there. Didn't seem like anything major either.
Well, they seem to be enjoying themselves on the bench, then, aren't you, Technical?
Yeah.
Nicholas Bennett in particular. Well, they'll be hoping that the smiles remain even at the end of the game. They seem to be relaxed as well.
Sakwasa Chang with the hoodie.
Ricochet Murray would have come all the way from Woolmer's to be a part of this JC team, hoping to be a part of this showpiece finale. And he is. Mini goals have been set. And mini goals, or I should say even bigger goals, are set to be achieved at the end of this game. Here's a chance. Couldn't quite hold it on that occasion. Shadane Lopez. And here's Chambers. Again, they send it long. The keeper comes out. There's a mix-up there.
There's a push from Warner Brown. I was surprised that there wasn't a whistle on the play. There was a push in the back from Warner Brown. Again, the long ball though by Mark Chambers. I don't think that's... Yeah, that should have been a foul. And then a collision with the goalkeeper because of the push.
Christopher McDonald is the one who went down for Jamaica College. Was actually JC's valedictorian in the summer. Christopher McDonald, the JC number 5.
Yeah.
He scored 1 goal so far this year. Came across from Emmanuel Christian Academy, and he has 8-1. So you mentioned that there are a number of bright boys in this JC lineup, and he's definitely one of them.
No, but just in terms of what they've achieved academically with this unit, I think is something that should be praised. Should be praised from a Jamaica College perspective. The fact that the youngsters who have stayed, who started at Jamaica College, 10 of them in this squad, and all of them have matriculated to 6th form with 6 subjects and more. That's a good sign for these youngsters going forward. Cunningham, as we mentioned, looking to migrate as well.
Here is McFarquhar trying to get that under his spell and couldn't.
He himself has 8.
Mar Thompson trying to be cheeky. Gets a free kick.
We've spoken so many times of the importance in terms of merging academics with sport and the need to do well at both. And it's good to see that slowly but surely. In many of these institutions across the island, we've been seeing that more and more.
Richard Thompson sends it long again. The keeper cries out for it and collects it. Ricardo Lang. And he sends it long. Nobody really was up there for stats except Warner Brown. It was nowhere near him. Romari Campbell doing enough. Rashawn Mafakwa not doing enough.
Yeah, that was a poor pass. Should have probably looked to control it and maybe turn. And Philip Williams is not happy at all, and he shouldn't be. I don't think his midfielders played well by any means. And certainly their link-up play has left a lot to be desired.
And now they have to defend. And he's headed towards the byline. 2 in the box! Couldn't pass Leng. And again he goes long.
And again it's only Warner Brown, and it's easily dealt with by Jamaica College. Even if you want to play the long ball, Warner Brown will need help.
And it's McDonald who's down again. Maybe a leg injury on this occasion.
They're just calling for help. Ferociously, vigorously, but he's up on his feet quickly.
Let's see if we can spot what happened here. Could be a matter of him landing awkwardly. Yeah.
Landed on the arm as well. The arm was across his torso, which, as you know, when landing heavy, it could have hurt the arm, could have also hurt his rib area.
Speaking of landing awkwardly, Tyrese Williams, the Kingston College striker who landed on his arm in that Champions Cup final and dislocated his elbow, didn't need surgery.
That's good news.
Popped it back into place.
Ooh.
And his hand is now in a cast. But of course he should be good as new for next season. 3 minutes of stoppage time to be played. And we're just about at the start of it. There's a confirmation. And STATHS, they do have a free kick. Let's see what they can do with it before the halftime interval. 5 players inside the box, make that 6 players inside the box now. Mark Chambers behind this one. He needs to have a good delivery. Referee Nation telling the players just to settle down. Chambers delivers.
Too close to the 18-yard box. Needed to get it closer towards the goal. In and around the penalty spot area, but they still have possession.
Campbell, Romario Campbell. It was always going to be difficult to get by his marker.
They've done a good job on Campbell, Jamaica College. Campbell, a player that loves space, loves to run at you, but they've limited the space. Jamaica College, they've done their homework against his STATHS attack, I must say. Neither Daly or Campbell have been given the room to weave the magic or create trouble, and because of that, Warner Brown has been all alone. And then they've dominated the middle of the park so far, JC. What they haven't been able to do is to really create a lot of opportunity in the 18-yard box thus far, which is where I guess you would say St. Andrew Technical are their strongest.
Final minute of stoppage time. Thompson with the throw. And Phil Lawrence, he's had a miserable game so far. Couldn't quite control. Campbell with the throw.
Foul throw, well,
because he took the throw too far away
from
where
the
it
wrong
was.
position.
Yeah. You know, referees usually just send them back, right? They don't wait and. But it was.
I don't know if the player was warned before, didn't follow, and so the free throw, the foul throw awarded.
Well, the whistle comes to half-time now. Referee Nation has seen enough. It's been an intriguing first half. A battle of attrition so far. The strikers, Warner Brown and Phil Lawrence, haven't really had it their own way. So they'll go into the dugout and into the lockers room to hear from their coaches. He's definitely not pleased, Philip Williams. and he'll be hoping to rile them up in the dressing room ahead of the second half. Lots to play for. It's just the Manning Cup final after all, and after so far, but the battle has been close as we anticipate an interesting second half. Phil Lawrence has had his chance for Jamaica College, and he'll be open to capitalize on anything that may come his way. Of course, having made his way across from Holy Trinity, this is the ultimate for him. He wants to win the crown. Warner Brown looking for his first title as well. He's St. Andrew Technical's striker, probably the most clinical finisher in the Manning Cup this year. He has 8 goals to his name, the boy from Twainey Park. And again, we anticipate an interesting second half, which is underway now here at the National Stadium. Jamaica College in the white and blue. They win a free kick early. They'll be kicking towards downtown Kingston and the Caribbean Sea. St. Andrew Technical will be kicking towards the Blue Mountain Range. Chris Taylor is still with me, and St. Andrew Technical in particular, you would agree with me that they have to get a few things right, and that would include keeping the ball along the turf and trying not to utilize Route 1 as much as they did in the first half.
Yeah, we did hear the coaching staff mention that he thought the players were a bit nervous. That was very obvious in their play. Romario Campbell and Shamar Daly not doing what we know they can. Number 7 and 10 respectively, playing in the wide areas. They need to get on the ball a lot more. Good ball handlers. They pass well. They link up with Warner Brown very well. And too much long, as you said, the Route 1 being used. Too much long deliveries from Noel Walker, especially on company. There is Daly. And hopefully the jitters of a Manning Cup final has dissipated, and we'll see better football from them in the second half. Jamaica College, well, they couldn't really have asked for a better start to the game and got into the 18-yard box very well, but just the finishing touches by that man and Shadane Lopez, the reason why they don't have the early lead.
Speaking to the Jamaica College coaching staff last night, and they were very much wary of this St. Andrew Technical team and how they can turn on the style. As we take a look at the challenge there from Steve McQueen on Phil Lawrence.
Not giving him any space. He's a player who likes space as well, Phil Lawrence, and I have found that when he does play against opposition that rough him up, he doesn't do as well, goes a bit quiet in games.
So I remember the JC coaching staff pretty much saying that they are wary of the threat of St. Andrew Technical, as when they do play the football, they play it at such a quick pace. And he used the example of what happened with St. George's College as they came from behind to beat them 3-1. Long ball over the top, looking for Mario Campbell. Campbell sends this inside the box, no problems there for Daniel Russell, who sends this long, looking for Omar Thompson, who will get there. Has McQueen on him. McQueen with a flailing hand in the face of Phil Lawrence, not Omar Thompson, in the face of Phil Lawrence. Thompson wears the number 10, Lawrence wears the number 11, of course.
Ended up fouling McQueen in the end, Lawrence. As I said, not been given any space at all, Lawrence, apart from that early chance he got, which he was unable to convert. He hasn't seen the ball much.
Oh, that was the best ball from Warner Brown, was it, to Shamar Daly, who had to run quite a few yards to retrieve. Here they come. A JC player is down, but STATHS will continue. Campbell to Warner Brown. Brown's first touch wasn't the best. Chambers trying to win it. Turns. Chambers. Well, he was hoping that Romario Campbell was making the run out wide. There was too much on the pass anyway.
Not a bad idea from Chambers. Had Campbell, I think, continued to run. There is Tyree Small, who is down at the moment. He's up again. Survivor from that 2017 victorious team, Tyree Small. Also one of those players that has been at Jamaica College since first form. In sixth form now. Just a little bit of a trampling on the Achilles, ankle. Again, Lawrence not even allowed to turn.
Long evening so far for Phil and Lawrence. Ball sent long, keeper comes out to collect, and he does, Ricardo Leng.
Lucky Leng almost got too far under it again. Well, not again, but in the end.
Daly was predictable on that occasion. So they're locked on shots as well as shots on target.
Well, that hasn't improved since the first half. Those were the same statistics. Almost 5 minutes gone, no attempts. As I said, a lot of the battle has been done within the middle of the park, which I think to this point JC has had the better of. Possession has been equal. And another foul.
Referee Nation could have continued with the play, but he decided to stop so he could issue a card. And yeah, Tyree Smith goes into the referee's book.
First booking of the evening. Not much complaints. Omar Thompson, the man who felt the heat. Just came in here a bit wild. Oh, and an elbow up there as well. Needs to be careful.
It was uncalled for there. I wonder referee Nation stopped the play.
I think he more got the yellow card for the initial tackle, but had Nation seen the throw of the elbow, it might have been a different color.
Here's a free kick for JC. Dinked inside the box and the header is wide. And it came in from Nicashane Murray there. Was backpedaling, so I'm not sure if he would have gotten a lot of power on it.
It actually found a little pocket of space, yeah, as you said, going in the wrong direction, so very difficult to redirect the ball on target, but did find a little space.
Well, they're looking on nervously, STATS supporters.
Crowd unsure what to expect because it's been a real battle so far. Nobody with the upper hand.
Daly, McFarker, Riley. Daly was lazy on that occasion, I felt. JC Drummer still going. They don't know when to stop, do they? Or how to stop, in fact. Lopez collecting that one deep.
You can see Chanel Thomas in the background there, getting himself ready. He's already taken off the warm-up suit, so he'll be with us soon. Scorer of the goal in the 2017 final, Chanel Thomas. Only 6 goals on the season. Certainly underperformed in terms of goal scoring. We'll see him shortly. Wears the number 17 for Jamaica College. Very talented number 9. There he is.
And he's getting a word from his coach, Davian Ferguson.
Just the kind of man who knows the occasion, knows what it's like to win, has played in big games, can create a lot of problems.
Phil and Lawrence. Small. Not the best clearance from McQueen. He'll try again. Omar Thompson can't get by his marker in Riley. Riley gives it up to Thompson. Thompson to Thompson, back to Thompson. And Omar couldn't get by his marker. Ball played wide. Romario Campbell inside the box, looking for help. and the momentum is gone. But STATHS with the possession still. McQueen inside the area, away from Daly. Richard Thompson is back there and puts it into touch.
Wasted the opportunity, Campbell. Should have been looking to use his pace. We just haven't seen his pace at all this afternoon. Romaro Campbell is almost as if he is tired. He hasn't once run at the defense line of Jamaica College.
Not once.
And he has speed about him, had the space there, didn't look to cut in as a change is now going to be made. Isaac Scott will be removed, and there is Chanel Thomas.
So it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to be reworked as Chanel Thomas makes his way in. Shot is wide of the mark, well wide. Nikhil Riley.
At the half-time break, the assistant coach Trey Salmon did mention that he thought a lot of the team members were suffering from nerves, and I can tell you, nerves alone can make you tired.
Yeah, stressing about things that aren't there. Yep,
And
indeed.
Too much adrenaline and not channeling it in the right way can really cause a lack of performance.
If you say so.
And I was about to say that Campbell and Daly, from what I've seen, especially Campbell, even hands on the hip already. Just wondering if he might be one of the players that's suffering from that.
Ball played over the top. Kept in by Lawrence. Lawrence looking for options on his right foot. Looking for that additional yard of space. Lawrence wide of the mark. He was trying to generate the pace and then eventually the power to unleash that shot, and it just didn't come for him.
Finally an opportunity to use up a little bit of space, Lawrence.
Look how far he's coming from and where he ends up.
Yeah, able to finally face one of the defenders. Got by three of them, not a bad. Did that take a slight deflection in the end? Well, it wasn't seen or given.
Here's a chance for STATHS. The shot is blocked. Comes through to Romaro Campbell. It's cleared before it crosses the line. McDonald needs some attention. Campbell needs some attention.
Yeah, it was a crunching challenge. Brave by Romaro Campbell to go in there with, I think, 2 or 3 players converging. Here you see it. Good skill to get inside by Daly. Certainly has that ability. It was a touch by Campbell. Well, keeper coming with feet. Look at the skill here from Daly. We haven't seen that all afternoon. Campbell, brave by him, and well, Daniel Russell certainly came in with everything there. Oh, that is a leg-breaking challenge. And
no, my question is that a foul? Because he was late.
You'll never. I don't know how to answer that one. I grew up in the era where the goalkeeper was always right. And coming there, I would never really see that being given against the goalkeeper. I am hoping for Campbell's sake it's not broken. It doesn't seem to be.
No, I
but
don't
that
think
was
it's
a
broken.
crunching challenge. His leg was caught between the legs of Russell. And there was also a third player involved, which means, you know, his foot could actually have been moved in 3 directions. Very lucky to come out of that. And I can tell you, over the years, I've seen many players who have gone into 50-50 challenges with goalkeepers and come out with a broken leg, at least.
Well, he tried to walk, and you don't see a lot of players do it, but he opted for the stretcher.
Oh, wow, that's not a good sign for STATHS. I'm surprised if there is A change coming. There is Nicholas Bennett. He still has on the training kit. Remember, he was injured earlier in the season as well. 9 goals on the season, 7 assists.
Stats down to 10 players right now. Still in the attacking third.
Not sure why Chambers didn't play McQueen, who was right behind him. Nobody was marking him. Christopher McDonough was on the sideline, but he wasn't involved in play.
Challenge came in. Russell calling for it, doesn't hold on, and he's bailed out.
Yeah, too much contact. It's heating up.
Yeah, it is. You said too much contact on that occasion? Let me see if I can spot it here.
Arm across the chest, that's always going to be a foul on the goalkeeper. You don't need much.
Okay.
Once you put your hand on the keeper, it's going to be given to him the benefit of the doubt, for sure.
Lawrence cutting inside. Ball played back outside. And just ran out of real estate there. Roger Lawrence.
Another one of those players from Jamaica College who's been around all his years. Roger Lawrence, all his high school years from first form. Yeah.
Actually made his way across from Titchfield High. Roger Lawrence, the left back for Jamaica College. So he made his way across from Portland to be a part of this unit. Roger Lawrence. There he is. 5 assists to his name so far this season from left back.
Did play for Portland in the Elite League as well, Digicel Elite League.
Chambers with the header away. McDonough nods it back inside. Thompson playing it out wide. Lopez, Thompson. Sakani Campbell. Not a lot Jamar Daly could have done with that one. Overweight cross inside. And Fred and Lawrence couldn't keep that one in. Was there a handle ball there? There was, from Daly. And the change is going to be made by St. Andrew Technical. Finally, a replacement for Romario Campbell. Akil Leachman is coming on. Nicholas Bennett is also coming on for St. Andrew Technical, replacing Rashawn McFarker. Long free kick taken. Header by Shadil Thomas, and at the back post was Lopez, who was trying to get a touch on it, but could not. Just to confirm the sub, Bennett on for McFarquhar.
More attacking power. Can Bennett now join forces with Warner Brown up front?
Well, the referee has signaled frantically to the bench to come on. There must be blood there. But he stood up for a while. Not sure if he's feeling dizzy. The Stats captain, Steve McQueen. Look of concern on McQueen as the doctor is out there asking him questions. His day might be done. Steve McQueen being stretchered off. Still a lot of time in this one. Another change has been made. Tajay Grant comes on for Shadane Lopez. Grant with 10 goals so far this season. So both teams continue to ring the changes. Well, McQueen, well, he wasn't off for long.
Still doesn't look 100.
No,
McQueen,
he doesn't.
Yeah, just still looks dazed. Needs to be careful.
Well, let's see how this one pans out. Cunningham inside the area. Just came out that delivery. Oh, it has slipped through. Omar Thompson on it. Sends it inside looking for Shanil Thomas.
Was trying the audacious finish, Thomas.
And Warner Brown trying the audacious pass to Daly. Here's Phil and Lawrence. Ricochet Murray. Christopher McDonald stepping forward and sending a ball that's just a little bit too long for Thomas. Small, Tyree Small. Nicholas Bennett, he has some speed, but Richard Thompson read him all the way. Leachman. Bennett was tripped up. Free kick to Stats. Thompson cannot believe the call. Daniel Russ is meticulous about this setup. The two-man wall is there. 5 Stats players inside the box. Ball sent inside, no problems there for Daniel Russell. No, Walker couldn't come across in time. Omar Thompson lost it. Finally, JC, they settle in the middle of the park. Oh, but they give it up. Ball played first time. And it's going to be a free kick to Sedanja Technical as the play is called back. Chambers out wide. Nicholas Bennett trying to get by a couple of defenders. Throw into JC. Well, the 2017 final between these two, it was decided on penalties.
After a 1-all scoreline.
Yep. So at least there are a couple of goals in the 90.
Fair challenge. He certainly hasn't been given any room yet, Shaniel Thomas. Must say that STATHS have done a good job at closing down the avenues, especially since the initial 10-15 minutes of the first half. Haven't given Lawrence any joy on the ball. Most times they've employed a tactic of not allowing the attacking players of Jamaica College to turn. No space. A few times that space has been created by, say, Omar Thompson. He has had to drop deep, collect the ball, and then move from there.
And here is Thompson. Again, the pass too much. Well, it wasn't a particularly good one, actually, from Richard Thompson.
Yeah, poor delivery.
Tajay Grant trying to find Shaniel Thomas. I don't know, but it seems as if there's a bit of guile that's missing in the middle of the park. From both teams, in fact.
Well, the players who we have expected to see it from have not delivered so far, especially from St. Andrew Technical's perspective.
They pick it up through McQueen. McQueen feeds it forward to Warner Brown. And Brown played it behind his captain, McQueen. Was gone further up for his team. Oh, Phelan Lawrence does well. Trying to get by a second defender, but couldn't get by Tyree Smith.
One of the few times that he's been allowed to run at them, Phelan Lawrence, and well cut out by Smith, who's not happy with his defense line. McQueen, of course, does overlap from time to time. Has scored 8 goals so far this season, the St. Andrew Technical captain, so albeit that half of them have been from the penalty spot, but nevertheless still scored 4 from open play and loves to overlap. But as you say, his primary job is to keep that defense line on the right hand side today secure, and as far as Tyree Smith is concerned, he left it a begging.
The captain abandoned ship.
Yeah.
Of course, McQueen actually scored the goal in the quarterfinal round against Jamaica College, so he's hoping to try his luck once more. In the semi-final, sorry, not in the quarterfinal round. Here's JC. Sent this one inside, and it's collected by Russell.
Oh, that's a poor clearance. Oh, nice cut back there. The worst delivery into the box. I actually think, considering Chanel Thomas was there, he should have gone aerial, because Thomas very good in the air as well and has the height advantage.
Well, based on what we can remember.
Yeah. And those passes from Chambers just disappointing for me. Not been given enough on the attacking side today, Chambers.
O'Shea Nation speaking to both Richard Thompson and Warner Brown after that tussle. All's well that ends well with the world. For now, at least. Is there going to be a winner in the 90? Chanel Thomas on it. And then was sent off it. Warner Brown collects. And immediately was challenged.
Well defended by Nick O'Shea Murray.
Trying to see what happened there with Shamar Daly, if he thought he was offside.
Yeah, he thought he was offside. He was offside.
Roger Lawrence. Ball slipped through, and Phil and Lawrence couldn't quite get there.
Tyree Smith, the man there again. He's had a very good game so far, Smith.
Akil Leachman, who just came on. Did he get a knock? It seems he probably did get a knock. Or probably just rolled his ankle there.
5 of the last 8 games between these two after 90 minutes has ended all square. Is this going to be number 6? It's been very difficult for each of them to break down each other over the last 4 years.
Here's Lawrence trying to do just that. They win a free kick. Some way out. They've taken it quickly. And O'Shea Nation was having none of it. Nation tells him to wait on the whistle.
Can hit it from this distance. Phil and Lawrence does have the ability. Scored a nice goal outside the 18 when these two teams met a month or so ago. Wasn't it? In the quarterfinal. It was the only only goal JC scored in that game. Still quite a way out.
Well, this one is about 30 yards out. The wall set up. Lawrence. Phil on Lawrence. High.
Nothing wrong with the pace, but as you said, always heading over the bar. And from that distance, the goalkeeper Leng would have had it covered in any case.
So Stats with 2 shots on target, JC with just the one still from the first half. Ball sent wide. Lawrence on it. Lawrence couldn't get by his marker. Trying something different there.
Didn't know what he wanted to do.
Well, Stats taking their time about this throwing. Are they comfortable with going to penalties with Jamaica College? McQueen to Leachman, back to McQueen. Jamaica College winning the majority of the headers out of defense. Shanil Thomas, nice kill. Decides to go for goal. There was a lot of power there.
Didn't really have any help in front of him. Would have had to have held up the ball and waited for his teammates. So decided to shoot.
Call gone against Warner Brown. Free kick to JC.
JC have been to 2 penalty shootouts so far this season. They have won 1 and lost 1.
Albeit against the same team.
Yeah. Kingston College.
Yeah, they would have lost to them in the Champions Cup semi-final.
And won against them in the Manning Cup semis. Hence their arrival here.
Rajay Lawrence does well, heads to the byline. Trying to get that cross inside. There were a few players waiting on his service.
St Andrew Technical as well went to penalties in the semi-final of the Manning Cup and defeated Wolmer's.
O'Keefe Cunningham is coming off. Okwasa Chong makes his way on the field of play. They like the 17-year-old, the crowd, the JC faithful.
Yeah. He is from the parish of St. Thomas. Scored
Lawrence
5 goals on the season.
To the byline, trying to get by McQueen. There's a whistle on the play. And what has referee nation decided? Well, based on the replay, it should be a free kick, right? And it is a free kick that's given. Richard Thompson to deliver. Thompson sends it inside, it's headed away at the back post. There was McDonald there trying to get on the end of that one. Wasn't the most convincing clearance from the Stats defense. They concede another corner kick. And Jamaica College once again trying to capitalize. What can they do with this one? They have sent bodies forward. 5 inside the box. Well, 4 right now. Their third corner kick. The keeper backpedaling, trying to get a hand on it. And it gets by him. And it goes behind for a goal kick.
Swung in with a lot of venom there and pace. Not bad by any means. A delivery like that would have only just needed a touch at the back post. And he still looks annoyed, Philip Williams. I don't think his team has played in a way that he would have wanted them to play so far, but they're still all square.
Just to confirm that Cunningham was replaced by Okwasa Chong.
Same man who swung in that corner a few moments ago. There he is with the number 15. And that's Daly, who just hasn't been a menace to this Jamaica College defense in the ways that we've seen him. There's Alex Thomas, coach of Wolmer's.
Wondering what could have been if he, Steve, had reached the final of the Manning Cup.
Lost on penalties to STATHS. Must say it was a horrific penalty shootout.
Although Alex Thomas would have lost to Philip Williams the other day in the Red Stripe Premier League, as Tivoli got the better of his Arnett.
So that's 2-2.
This one sent inside the box. Was there a handled ball there? There was.
Certainly.
Going to be a free kick to St. Andrew Technical.
Another chance for them to put the ball into the box.
Warner Brown actually came off for St. Andrew Technical. Andre Morris replaced him.
Interesting change, especially if it does go to penalties against Brown, who was not going to be considered. Morris hasn't scored so far this season, does have 1 assist.
Noel Walker is there.
Likes to bang them from distance. This would be an awkward angle for him. Very stubborn in his ways, Noel Walker, I can tell you that.
Well, the 3-man wall set up by Jamaica College, it's some way out, isn't it? It's about 30 yards out.
At an angle.
At an angle. But he's going to try and blast this one in. Noel Walker. He blasted over the top.
Doesn't stray from his way at all. Noel Walker. I must have seen him kick at least 15 of those so far in the time I've been watching him.
With any success?
Never seen him score one.
Okay.
And they usually go in the same with the same trajectory. Does get power behind them, but usually going over the top. He spent a lot of last season away in Scandinavia, getting exposure, playing in a club setup. Philip Williams did say he was glad to have him back within the reins. This man is in his first year at Jamaica College and is in the final.
Long throw for Jamaica College. Stabbed out of the area. JC will get it back. Here's Chung. Of course, Chung's shot. There was a deflection there. And Ricardo Leng will hold on. Foul by Chung. Free kick to STATHS. I think they may have left it for Walker again.
No. Walker wanted to kick it, and I think the coach said no. He's been sent into the box. So it will be Chambers.
Oh, quite a few players up for St. Andrew Technical as this one is dinked inside the area.
And that's a much better idea to me. Higher percentage.
Phil and Lawrence trying to win this header. Didn't have much support, did Lawrence. STATHS will try again. Bennett, can he keep this one in? He can. Trying to send it first time into Andre Morris. And gets the throw for his efforts. STATHS crowd getting a little bit more animated now as time ticks away. Can they get a winner? Daniel Russell making sure that all is in place. In fact, it's a corner kick for St. Andrew Technical. Akil Leachman is the one to provide this one inside the area. And is there a handball there from Bennett? Yes, according to referee Nation. Before he got to Bennett, there were a couple of spectacular efforts at the ball. And
I was wondering if I was watching the circus or synchronized. swimming or something. Look at those legs. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well synchronized.
Yeah.
The same color boots as well.
Land at the same time too. Here's Lawrence trying to go at it alone. Lost possession. But Jay Lawrence has 2 to aim for. Decides to go for the back post and just curled away from the goal in the end.
Well judged by Ling. Didn't even make an attempt to jump, so obviously knew the height of the ball and the goal. Here's watched it well, yeah, comfortably over the bar.
In 2017 we did play extra time, but there is no extra time to be had this year. So
in any competition, it's been straight penalties. I must say I'm not a big fan of the straight penalty setup. I definitely grew up in the extra time era and believe in the added, even if it's 10 minutes a half, which is 20 minutes, but nobody wants to go to penalties. It's really, as I said, a dreaded penalty shootout. It's a real lottery. Why not try and finish it in extended time if possible? Anyhow,
well, 3 minutes of stoppage time remaining.
Yeah.
In this 2019 it's a Digicel Manning Cup final. Wow. Will another title be decided on penalties?
There was a time where you also used to play sudden death. You remember when that came in? That was in what, 1998, if I was correct. World Cup 1998. Sudden death. It didn't stay around for long. You remember in that World Cup the famous Laurent Blanc goal against Paraguay that gave France the victory through to the quarterfinals.
Well, Akil Leachman, who came on, is going to be changed.
The sub is sub. This is Tajay Gray, the 6th member of the STATHS team that was around in 2017 when they made it to the finals. So now all 6 are on the field.
And Tariq Barrett is going to replace Daniel Russell in goal for Jamaica College.
Barrett, another man from the 2017 team, their reserve goalkeeper. He's also been a man who has kept in all their penalty shootouts so far this season. Barrett. So with just a minute to go in stoppages, the teams making those changes. What a thing if something happens in that minute.
Daniel Russell doesn't mind being in the spotlight.
He's upset.
Yep.
Yeah, he wanted to be the, I guess, the reason in the penalty shootout why his team would have won the Manning Cup. Maybe pull off some stunning saves.
Well, he has blown it off quite a few seconds early, O'Shane Nation. And we are heading to penalties to decide the champions of the 2019 Manning Cup.
Yep. It's the lottery. JC have won 1, lost 1 this season. Both were against Kingston College. STATHS have only played in 1 against Wolmer's. They won it. So, at this point, it's just who can hold the nerves or hold their nerve. You're expected to score as a kicker. You're a hero if you save as a keeper.
And with the added drama of the keeper not taking a foot off the line.
Yeah. Well, not added drama. That's just a rule, Donald.
Well, it does add to the drama, doesn't it?
Oh, well.
Yes, it
follow
does.
the rules. But agreed, and that's because many keepers want to get the advantage, so they hop off the line, hoping to cut the angle.
0-0 after 90 minutes here at the National Stadium. And as was the case in the 2017 final, we go to penalties to decide the winner.
So the match highlights as we await the penalty shootout. First minute, and St. Andrew Technical with the first opportunity. Daly to Brown, and not the right decision by Brown, and made it more difficult for himself, and was never close. Should have used the left foot. 4 minutes, and JC would have their first opportunity. Would full fall to their main marksman in Phil and Lawrence. Went to go through the legs of Leng and unable to find the gap. Good goalkeeping by Leng. That right foot just coming down at the right time and getting it out. JC, they would continue to come forward. This time Phil and Lawrence provider, and Shadane Lopez unable to slot it with the left foot. Almost was very weary of goalkeeper Leng, who was approaching. And then in the 27th minute, a ball put into the box. Well, misjudged by Daniel Russell, and luckily for him, Nick O'Shea Murray was on the line to clear, or that would have been an embarrassing moment for the JC number 1. This now in the second half, Daly through to Campbell and got a toe Campbell, but unfortunately for him it wasn't strong enough, and a crunching tackle by Russell. Campbell was later substituted. Hopefully he will be fine. And Chanel Thomas was brought on as a substitute, headed to the far post, and Shadane Lopez unable to get on the end of it, and it's all square after 90. Let's look at the full match statistics, and 4 shots. There's 2 on target for STATHS, 1 on target for Jamaica College, which came in the first half from their 5. 31 fouls between the two, 1 yellow card, and 52% possession for STATHS, unable to make it count. 0-0 after 90 minutes, and we go to the penalty shootout. And it will be STATHS to kick first. That is the substitute.
Tariq Barrett.
Yeah.
A meeting of the minds and hearts and souls for the final time for St. Andrew Technical. And it's their captain who comes out of that huddle to step up and shoot first. Decision day from 12 yards. Again. Tariq Barrett looking on. Steve McQueen spotting it. First kick in the shootout, and he scored it. 1-0 STATHS.
Very calm from the captain, leading from the front. Barrett being brought on as the penalty hero, unable to save the first one. Well slotted. STATHS are 1 from 1 from penalty shootouts this season. Jamaica College 1 from 2.
Tyree Small steps up for Jamaica College. What can the boy from Mountain View do? Settles the ball. Ricardo Leng seeking to deny. Small against Leng. Small scores. 1-1.
Good penalty by Small. Gets the right way, Leng, but the height making him unable to save that one. Good pace behind it as well by Small. That was a good penalty.
Well, Tajay Gale is now up, or Tajay Gray, I should say, is now up for St. Andrew Technical. Of course, he came on late, only for this purpose, young Gray. He scores. Oh my goodness, purpose fulfilled.
Talk about clinical finishing from Tajay Gray. Pinpoint accuracy. Guessed the right way, Barrett, but that was right into the far triangle. Impossible to save.
Looks as if he does it in his sleep.
Yeah. No run-up necessary, just one step on the finish. Philip Williams with a smile.
Akwasa Chung now. Can he deliver the equalizer in the shootout? Oh, of course he can. Of course he can. Akwasa Chung. A confident kick. 2-2.
What pace behind that. Scored a brilliant free kick with the left foot from 30 odd yards. This one, a penalty with the right, and thunderous strike into the back of the net. Look at how that net shook. Leng didn't even try to dive.
Well, Shamar Daly is going to be taking the next one for St. Andrew Technical. Didn't have the best game in the 90. Did St. Andrew Technical's number 10, and I tell you what, he must be probably thinking about that. Hoping to deliver, hoping to not let his team down.
He's a good kicker with the dead ball. Well, as you said,
Daly against Barrett. Daly scores. Oh my goodness. Ridiculously easy. Even if he's having a bad day, he will score from 12 yards. That's what he's saying.
Again, just one step, Daly. Oh well. Talk about a lackadaisical kick. had Barrett on his knees. Going to his left initially, Barrett, and wasn't going to be changing direction so easily.
The pressure continues to build inside the National Stadium. Omar Thompson gave a kiss to the ball. Omar Cheeky Thompson. Oh, it's crossed the line and only just. Well, that was cheeky from Omar Thompson. If it wasn't just pure luck.
Well, talk about pinpoint accuracy. Certainly he didn't mean to hit the inside of the post, obviously. He was going for the far corner. A little bit too accurate. Luckily for him, it goes behind Leng and behind the line. Wow. He will certainly say his prayers tonight.
I'm not sure if I've seen that kind of kick in a penalty shootout. Nicholas Bennett. Another sub. Well, he's taking his time about this one, Nicholas Bennett. And he scores. He had to, after all of that.
The circus act from the substitute was injured earlier in the season, Nicholas Bennett.
And he has been enjoying this final, hasn't he? Even from the bench.
Yeah. Was dancing earlier. He's dancing before he kicked. Set Barrett the wrong way. And so far, the trick of bringing Barrett on for Russell hasn't worked.
Well, the STATHS players are really confident, but so too the Jamaica College players. Trying to get the equalizer now through Philon Lawrence.
The man from Holy Trinity has to score to keep JC in.
To keep them level, Philon Lawrence scores. 4-4. Perfection so far from STATHS and JC with one kick to go.
The man to me who has had the best game today, Tyrese Smith, sorry. We've seen Small already.
Yes.
Is a centre back.
Well, STATHS with their 5th kick. Tyrese Smith against Tariq Barrett. Saved! Wait, it has to be retaken.
Oh, wow.
The keeper was off his line. It has to be retaken, it seems.
Oh, wow. Wow. What a call from O'Shea Nation. Let's see.
I don't get it.
Why?
I don't get it.
He was on the line. Both feet were on the line. What has he done wrong? Trying to get the understanding from O'Shea Nation as to why the kick is being...
No, well, they've changed their minds, it seems. The save has been accredited to Tariq Barrett and Jamaica College. Well, that makes more sense.
That's what I say. Unless O'Shea Nation is saying that he never ever was calling for a retake.
No, he was, but there was a miscommunication, I believe, with the assistant referee. So Jamaica College, they have to score, and if they score, they win the Manning Cup. Tajay Grant is the one who spot this one for JC. Can he deliver them to the promised land, Tajay Grant? He can! That's title number 30 for the Dark Blues of North Street. JC wins the Manning Cup, and it's blue pandemonium inside the National Stadium once again. The ghosts of 32 years live on in the minds of St. Andrew Technical, and they will see them haunt them for another year. But for Jamaica College, they will celebrate. And for St. Andrew Technical, they sit and they walk in the valley of defeat. But what a night for the boys from Old Hope Road. Contrasting moments. Tears in defeat. And this kick bringing on ecstasy for Jamaica College, who showed their pedigree yet again in winning the Manning Cup.
Presentation made by the chairman of the Manning Cup competition, Dr. O'Neill Ankle. And now the president of ISA, Mr. Keith Wellington, presents the Manning Cup trophy to Jamaica College.
Well, the fireworks have gone off and the trophy is aloft. There was just a pause in proceedings last year, but Jamaica College back on top. 2019 ISA Digital Manning Cup champions, Jamaica College, for the 30th time.
Thanks to our sponsors, Digital, Water, KFC, SportsMax, Powerade, Fresh, Pringles, Kirk Distributor, Locker Room, Tip Print Society, and Main Event.
Will continue long into the night on Old Hope Road as Jamaica College, the winningest team in schoolboy football history, won their 30th Manning Cup here tonight against St. Andrew Technical. Ricardo, your money was on STATHS, but JC, they got the penalties right this time around.
Yeah, they certainly got the penalties right, and it started from the purpose they showed at the start of the contest. Remember that quarterfinal that they played, Jamaica College were under pressure. They needed to win that match. They came at STATHS. St. Andrew Technical were able to sit back, and Jamaica College gave them chances. They caught them on the counter. No such thing tonight. Jamaica College had a couple of opportunities early. Phil and Lawrence had a chance. Shadeen Lopez had a chance. They didn't convert. But when they got to the penalties, let's talk about that. Remember that terrific night in the Champions Cup
against
when they scored just
College.
2 penalties against Kingston College? They have got 10 straight penalties since then. 5 in the semi-final against Kingston College and 5 in the final here. You have to give them credit. You have to give the coach credit for going back to the training ground and working on those penalties and delivering when it matters most. Jamaica College, you just cannot give them a second chance.
And that we have seen based on their history, because over the years, when a team defeats them during the season, they usually come back, and they won in 2015. We saw it in the Champions Cup against St. George's College, and we saw it against